Hi, hello, and welcome. Today, I decided to take on the challenge of creating F&F sprites for my character Faithful. And oh my god, this took forever! First, I sketched out all of the poses that I wanted for each of the arrows and the idol, and yeah. I wanted to go for a simpler version of Faithful, as their design is actually pretty complex, especially when you have to draw it a lot of times. So I went with this simpler style for the wings, because the wings usually take me a really long time to draw. So after getting my general idea and my sketches down for each pose, I now have to do the line art. And if you're like me and you like tweening things instead of doing frame by frame, you'll know that you have to individually draw each body part on a different layer. And oh my goodness, it would have probably been 10 times harder to do this if I hadn't kept my layers organized. So word to the wise, keep your layers organized. Just for example, here are what my layers look like. So how I did this was I have each individual pose in a different folder. So yeah, but for example, I'll just show you the idol. So inside this folder is a folder with each body part, and I personally like to have a layer with the line art and a layer with the color. So for each one, there's that. And oh my goodness, these things stack up after a while. I'm pretty sure I had around 170 layers altogether. So yeah, keep your layers organized or else you could be in some serious trouble. The coloring was pretty standard. I mean, I just followed the reference that I had made a couple months back. So yeah, in total, all of the drawing and all of the rigging took me around 5 hours to complete in total. So, now that we've gone through the extremely time-consuming process of exporting each individual part individually as its own transparent PNG, we end up with all of our poses. But on a happy or sad note, the fun has only just begun. The next thing I did was import all of my different body parts into separate projects for each animation. Oh, and just a little side note, I didn't record myself editing / keyframing / whatever, so I'll just show you screenshots and small videos of how I did it. So each of the animations is the same. I imported each one into a separate project and tweened them to move by using keyframes like this. I would add little markers at the beginning and the end in the middle so that I could easily go through each one, and I would use graphs to make them look all smooth and nice and move like that, yeah. Oh, and for the tail, I did the same thing, keyframes and graphs, but I used this little squishing effect to make it look a little more lively with the same graphs. And finally, after an unspeakable amount of time of copy and pasting different graphs almost 50 different times, we have animation. Literally all I did was take the first part of algebra from Dave and Bambi Golden Apple Edition and sync my character to it. The reason I didn't make a spreadsheet with an XML file is because I'm still learning how to do that. So here you go.
3, 2,